So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. We are going to do the council recap here from last Monday's meetings. But first, we thought we'd come over and check out the latest tree carving by Darren Jones in town here, and it's located right by the new outdoor rink. So Darren had the idea to kind of do a sports theme, so I don't know, the kids can put names to these guys, but this guy, we got a hockey player, we got a bear playing lacrosse, we got a rabbit playing soccer, fox is playing basketball, these guys are playing, the raccoons are playing volleyball, and I don't know, that must be line dancing or something up there what the squirrels are doing, and then at the top the rabbits are figure skating. So it's really cool. Come over to the ODR and have a look at it. It's extremely well done. We're going to do a little trip. I wanted to go to Ron Schmidt's latest one in George Lane Park as well, but the mosquitoes are so darn bad that we're trying to stay out of them, which mosquitoes aren't here, but the black flies are, so pick your beast. Anyways, back to the council meeting. So June 22nd, so the first thing we did in the morning, there was a land use, get those magpies to shut up, that'd be great, but they're not going to. Land use bylaw engagement session that we had. So this was for the Northeast ASP that involves the 112th Street properties, and so we had a few of the landowners that were there, and we talked about mainly the land uses around there. You can watch the whole thing online, but mainly the land uses, and then we had a big discussion about where this secondary road is going to go, and it keeps kind of going back and forth, but we seem to be kind of jogging it into something that's palatable for both the landowners and what council sees as future uses for those lands. So still going forward with that, but we're nearing the end, so it's fantastic. Then into the committee of the whole meeting at 1 o'clock. So the first thing we did was Kaylee and Shelley came from FCSS talking about the Better Together regional pilot project. This is a regional transportation thing that Foothills County is the primary financial provider for it. And then the High River Handy Bus Society is the primary service provider, as well as the Nanton Handy Van Society is also involved. They're also looking for options for the local taxi services because there's significant demand on it. So you can watch the whole thing on the YouTube channel if you are so inclined to learn more about it. Fitting, we also talked about the Southwest Outdoor Rink and how it was used over the winter and what will be done for maintenance and landscaping next year. So landscaping actually isn't near as bad as I thought it was, and it's starting to clean up with the grass growing around, but they want to just spruce it up a little bit more, so they're coming back with a plan there, as well as how the outdoor maintenance will be going, and the actual contracting of the snow clearing will be done every time it snows. That it'll be cleaned up and go from there. I don't know. It's a slow drive by. I'm getting nervous. Speaking of getting nervous, RCMP annual community priority plan. So Jason Cans, Staff Sergeant Greg Weeb, and Olivier from our peace officers, they came and just had a overview of their surveys that they've done and the open house that they had and what they heard, and they're always looking to enhance their... Coming back. And each month, well, I'll skip that period. One of the big conversations that got into is always talking about what's our homeless population look like. Right now, we have about 5 individuals that are, I guess the discrepancy as to what's homeless and what's not, but 2 or 3 of them are perfectly choosing to live in their vehicles for whatever reason. They're welcome to do that. We don't force anything on them. They're adults and they make their own decisions. This year's really good in from what we've had in the past, because we've had back in Wallaceville, people know, and sometimes over in Beechwood, Mercer Hughes areas here, that there's some encampments and, you know, people living in tents and stuff, and we're not seeing a lot of that at all. Previously there was over 20 in Rio Vista, the old Rio Vista golf course alone, a few years ago. So our guys are in FCSS, they're always looking and making sure these people are taken care of as much as we can. We provide them the resources, the access to those resources as much as we can. But everybody has to understand that ultimately, at the end of the day, these are their decisions, and as long as they're not breaking the law like everybody else, and as long as they're, you know, have the options put in front of them, it's their choice as to what they choose to do and whether they choose to access the resources or not. But we're a small town of 15,000 people. We don't have the resources like Calgary does, but some of them do not want to go back to Calgary. So that's where we do the best we can, and with our resources being with RCMP, the peace officers, and FCSS, they all work together to manage this for us. But things are pretty good right now. There's some couple of issues in the winter time where they're, you know, accessing certain places when it's really cold out and stuff. So, you know, we have to work with those property owners and businesses to deal with that. The other piece we talked about was the grain elevator project over in the north end of town there that everybody knows is becoming more and more famous, with the Tyvek flags flapping around that none of us like to watch, and it's disappointing that the developer isn't getting the project done, and it's disappointing that it's not getting done properly. So we're keeping an eye on it. Our safety codes, Harold was there talking about it, Schlane from planning was there talking about it. They are on it. There is a stop work order on that project right now because of a couple of failures that they're having with it that haven't met inspections criteria, which is some part of the foundation and some part of the pilings that are in there that you can see those well, everybody can see the one set of deck pilings is sitting like that. So they're on it. We just got an update on it. They have received the updated engineering report as to what the repairs are going to look like, and but it's kind of sitting where it is right now, and it's we're putting the heat on the developer to make sure that he gets it done, but also gets it done properly and safely. You can listen to the whole thing online as well. Variance application on 2nd Street. So this is a new house that's being built. Those of you that have been around here, so the road that's going into the old Rio Vista golf course on the west side of the road, there's a couple of variances the builder requested. So talked about those, and councillor gave their feedback. There's a variance application in the Montrose area, and this one's just similar to a number of the other ones that we've done in the past along this one street, that just to keep the consistency of things from the previous land use bylaw. Councillor Q&A to administration. Councillor Cooey asked a couple of things about Shepherd Family Park, and there's roof repair on one of the buildings. Councillor McGonigal asked about the org chart for the Town of High River organization. Councillor Cooey talked about whose responsibility it is for the front entrance to the library and concerns about needing to clean up in front. Town's responsible, and CAO Prosser is going to look into whatever the issues are. Councillor Barton talked about the parking by the pump track and the spray park. Obviously it's a little bit of a congested area, and I encourage people to try not to park on the street. Please park there's a parking lot there, and Some of the residents are telling us that the parking lot's usually empty and the street's absolutely chock-a-block full. So use the parking lot. It's right there, and it's safer and everything. It's a high traffic road, that High Country Drive. Not going to get into that one. Regular council meeting. Major development permit application with variances. So this is a new development that is in the lot just north of Seasons. And the developer talked to us a few months ago about some variances they requested, and it all looked good with council. We made some adjustments and stuff to it, and it came back for final approval from council. So that one was approved, and council appreciates it when the developer will actually work with us to find solutions to some of these things. Increase the capital funds. So this is water treatment plant dewatering system. So Rob Young, the supervisor with utilities and treatment, came and through the budget process, if you remember, back then there was a piece to the plant, the dewatering system over at the water treatment plant. Well, that went out for tender, and we only got one bid back because it's extremely hard to find people that have the time to do some of this work, and it's extremely hard to find people that can do the work and do the work properly. So luckily our local contractor, Carl and CDM Mechanical, were awarded the bid, but we did have to increase the budget a little bit to get that project done. But it's infrastructure that's extremely important so that you get fresh water through your tap. Again, same thing, the backwash through utilities with the water treatment plant. So Rob, again, slight increase to the budget and the money that's needed to get that completed. So when we do budgets, we do it based on known costs at the time, and then it gets put out to tender, and that's when you really know where you're landing money-wise. So, and then at the end of the meeting, we did ratification of our support to Wild Rose Community Connections and a grant they're going after. So that was the meeting. So fun times. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye. So now I thought we'd jump over to see Ron's work. We just were at Darren's work over at the ODR. And you know, Ron, you got a lot of these going on right now. There's a lot of these dudes that you're carving into trees, and I'm just curious, are they representing anybody? This kind of looks like Councillor Barton a bit. But
well, the mouth is kind of designed for you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
I thought the donkey over by my office was for me.
Yeah.
Big loud mouth. Okay. But you've got these two. You just finished one in George Lane Park.
Yeah.
Correct. And then did you do the one that's out at by the wells out in Beechwood, west end of Beechwood?
Well,
right?
yeah, Rotary Park. I call it the 100-acre woods.
Okay, the 100-acre woods. Okay, right on. We all got our own names for all these places.
We
That's
do.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
I still call them Morts, you know.
It's still Morts. So yeah, why the big faces? Is this just a thing of yours?
It's called a spirit face.
Okay.
So last year I decided I wanted to be a chainsaw carver. So I am.
And these can't be vandalized like the other
no,
cool
they
stuff
can.
you put
No,
around. They can't kick the heads off of a goose and stuff, right?
to take it down.
Yeah.
But they've been pretty good lately.
They have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that they're on your...
Granny she loses her glasses every week, but that's okay.
Oh, in the park?
In the park.
And the little guys in the park, yeah. Well, it's really cool, Ron. It looks, these guys
well,
look...
I hope the town enjoys them.
Oh, they
because,
do.
I sure do. It's kind of fun to do, you know.
It is.
Yeah.
Well done. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Thanks for coming around.
Back to chainsawing.
I'm making the nostril.
Very cool. Thanks, Ron.